Okay. Hey, everybody. Hi.
We're back.
Yes, we are back again. I'm going to turn this light off. And welcome to our The Challenge USA Season 2 reaction video. A lot to cover. So, my name's Anitra.
I'm Alicia, and I think this is episode 4.
Episode 4. So we were right. She was right, more specifically. We knew Johnny Bananas was going to defect. I thought he was going to go over to, he was going to take Fessy's place. We knew he was going over to Blue.
He was going to take Corey's spot because he is vengeful, and I think he was more hurt by Corey than he was by Fessy.
So we knew he was going to the blue team. So we're both right about that. We didn't even question for a moment he was going to green. Went to blue, took Corey's place. Corey's on the red team. I think Corey will be good for the red team. And maybe I think they'll value him because he's a great leader. He's not cocky like Bananas. So maybe I'm hoping good things for Corey because I'm going for Corey. Yeah.
Dusty left Bananas a love letter.
He left him a love letter. I'm back on the kind of banana hate train. I just don't care for him that much. Not hate train, dislike train. And
don't care for you.
Yeah, overrated. But okay, so yeah, Dusty left him that love note, and Banana said, "I'm in love with him."
He was like, "Are we in love?"
Oh, yep. Are we in love? And then Desi, we had that moment with Desi where, Josh had a rant.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we got to talk about Josh's rant, and it's hilarious because nobody's paying attention to him.
It was strange.
And the music they're playing, I think they're playing that.
It was like a 3-ring circus. They're all looking at him like, we already know what you're doing.
Anyways,
it's back on.
Okay, so it's back.
And Desi had her moment of insecurities, was just really
relatable,
and
heartbreaking. Because she is incredible.
Yes.
So definitely Team Desi. They're at the daily now, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. So they just found out it's a double elimination.
Okay, I was like, what are they like? They're like,
yeah. Too much to cover, guys. So, oh my goodness. This daily right here. It's a good one.
Yeah, it is a good one. You're going to see the true competitors. You're going to see the true nitty gritty people that know how to get things done, and they're going to
they're gonna get it done.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because when we saw this on the preview, I don't really look at the previews, but I glanced and I was like, that looks like Connect 4. I didn't know what they were doing, but lo and behold, it's not Connect 4, but they are putting their colors onto these dots. Glad they were fair this time, okay? So they let the ones who have less players go twice to make sure it's the same amount of players going. What they should have done last week, you guys, didn't put this in the recap because I didn't realize it at the time, but it kind of wasn't fair because blue team had one more player than green team and red team who had both lost a player. So what they should have done was one of their players should have had to sit out, and then that would have actually been fair. So it kind of breaks my heart a little bit because red team could have actually won maybe and probably could have still been here, but that wasn't really fair. But anyways, back to this challenge. So we get to see Corey show out and do a football move. We're just going to talk about some of the people who stood out.
And got homeboy, what's his name?
Chris. You got Chris. Chris came out of nowhere, you guys. Chris from Survivor. Oh. Don't even know him. It's like, who is this nobody essentially for me? Because I don't know the kid. And so he didn't really get to show out in that moment, but apparently he's a strategist. He was embarrassed, and rightfully so. It's don't mess with Corey.
Did come up with that
Corey
strategy.
Plays football.
The strategy for them to now be on play defense, or not defense, but is it defense?
Yeah, they're on defense. Yep.
They're trying to make sure that the other team doesn't score. So where we just left off, Bananas just threw all his pieces on the ground.
Yeah, he did.
Big statement. It's just balls to the wall.
Whoa.
This is how I'm gonna do it. And
I'm not even holding these things. Let me get this out of my hand so I don't have to worry about that. Yeah. And I'm just about to come at me.
That was a choice.
That was a choice, and I think
do you agree with that choice?
Well, I mean, if they're gonna be in the bottom anyways, might as well have a team that's not gonna throw them in initially. So Josh is definitely going to cape for them. I don't know if Corey will do the same.
I don't know about that choice. I don't know, now Monty knows the game that you're playing. So now all he has to do is just make sure that he can somehow still score those pieces.
I'm just upset that this is happening to Monty.
I think it would have been better
was very excited about this.
He was so
excited about this.
Yeah.
But you're saying it would have been better to pretend.
Yeah, but Monty clearly knows the game that he's playing now.
But I feel like he's you're not gonna get through me, and there's a possibility that he won't.
Johnny Bananas is old now, as he was saying last week. He's older now, so can he stop this young buck from scoring? We'll see.
Go, Michaela. I want you to beat Tori. And Michelle went against Amanda, so that was a cool matchup. Unfortunately, Amanda dropped all of her things, slamming against the truck. But yeah, this is a cool competition. And we're back. Though. Let him think. Let him think. Oh my gosh, I can't with Josh. Like,
they
always
are
on
a hot mess. Yeah, he's on a 10 for no reason. They are not getting absolutely anywhere. Red flags are being red flags. They are living up to their name.
Red flagging. But rewind. Okay, so their defense tactic that Chris came up, that Wes wrote the book for, actually worked.
Yeah.
And
now the red team is indebted to the blue team.
For this
Why?
one.
I don't know.
If there was any time to band together and throw a challenge, it was for the double elimination. So, you know,
I don't see why they're having their backs like that. Like, the green team was not going to go after the red team. It wasn't going to happen. So I just feel like, why are y'all letting the blue team continue to stay 8 people strong?
Because they did a move that benefited themselves.
Literally, it wasn't for y'all.
They couldn't win, so they did that for themselves.
And they're gonna just sit here and play their game.
Yeah, what they should have done was like, we're not gonna put 2 of y'all in because y'all helped us. We're gonna put 1 of you in, and then a green person.
Somebody should have been going in from the blue team, because this is what we're looking at. Green team's gonna go down to 6, just like red team, and blue team's still gonna be at 8. How does that make sense?
Where they do that at? But anyway, so they want to be stuck on stupid, be loyal, let the blue team manipulate them. And Corey has a lot of friends on that team, so he has no problem with it.
And Josh will literally go to a stalemate and be thrown into elimination for Amanda and Wes. Like, why?
He's not even friends with Wes. Wes literally is the one who, he's like CT, calls him the goof. CT calls him the goof. Wes is like, there's no thing between you and I, Josh. You're not a factor, Josh. You are not on my level,
relationship. I forgot about
so
that.
It's like, what are you literally doing?
Just kissing up to this man for no reason, willing to throw his whole game away.
For someone that doesn't even take you seriously, doesn't even consider you a challenger almost. And Amanda, I get that he's friends with Amanda, but it's not worth it. Amanda would not fault you if you didn't fall on the sword for her. So he's making this statement. He's going to run his team. He's going to tell them what to say, even if they have to go to a stalemate. And it's like, cute. You thought, Josh.
You didn't know you had a Chanel in the picture.
You didn't know about Chanel.
And Chanel was like, hold up.
Wait a minute.
Let me put some
bass in it.
Okay, there we go. And she was like, because I can say the same thing. And Tiffany was like, but hold up. Lewis ain't the strongest man on that team, so why we would go at the Lewis?
Yeah, you want to be pushing Desi because she's the strongest. What about Lewis? He ain't the strongest, so the math ain't mathing. And you're trying to tell us to worry about going against Desi in the final. Well, you worry about who you're going to be running the final with. Which girl are you going to be running with? Because I can do that too. I can do that too.
They had them arguments ready, but right now they're getting nowhere, so we don't know who's going to win this battle. But I hope
Chanel was trying to compromise,
stay strong.
Which she didn't understand why she was trying to. But I
don't like it.
Ultimately, she wants to protect Desi.
Yeah, but if she's showing that she's willing to compromise now, that might make them not back down, because they're going to be like, ultimately, she's showing that she's willing to compromise, period.
Possibly.
And I just don't think that was a good move. Like, she should have held her ground and been like, no.
Because they have it on Wes, but I think
they literally have the numbers for Wes. So I don't understand. They should have told him, they should have said, hey, we're going to help you keep Louise safe. You help us keep Desi safe.
That's the way it goes. Yeah. But we're going to see what happens. This is getting juicy. Josh is on his feet. He's hitting things. He
being ridiculous.
But I feel like the edit is making us feel like it's going to be Desi going in. Like, they showed her vulnerability, showed her also at the truck, feeling like she needs to have a better social game. I don't like this edit, and what you're trying to show us might happen. I don't want to see it. We're heated.
Tiffany, you have literally been ruining just about everything. Like literally last week, had no backbone. You're talking all this big game with your alliance about these moves you want to make, and then you can't even vote Janae in. Oh, that's my friend. So you just expect other people to, like, who are you? Like, I'm just like, who is this lady? Like, I just am not here for Tiffany at all. I'm sorry. I cannot respect the game that she's playing at all.
I'm disappointed because I am a Tiffany fan. Or I like Tiffany. I'm not necessarily a fan, but I like her. I really like her. And she's just really disappointing. We gotta call it out. Very disappointing. And so not only does she not have a backbone this week and does not protect Desi whatsoever,
but she tried to deflect.
But she doesn't even
blame
own her
Michelle.
Stuff. She doesn't even own it.
She tried to blame Michelle for everything.
Blame Michelle.
Like, how dare you? Like, you're the whole reason that Michelle probably even did what she did. Because she's like, oh, well, if Tiffany ain't going to do what she said she was going to do, then why do I need to do it? I can just vote for Luis because he already voted for me. Mm-hmm. Like, literally, you ruined everything. There was no reason for you not to be able to say Amanda's name.
Yeah, there was no reason for you to say Cassidy's name. Like, Cassidy didn't vote for you or anything. Like, you didn't have a reason. You
saying Cassidy's name automatically put Desi in, so and you knew it.
We're slow about
so
this.
You're the reason.
And say, but I didn't say your name. None of us said your name. We're on the same level here. No, you're not. You put her in, essentially. You didn't say her name. You're literally the reason why she went in.
You put her in. You did not stick to the plan. Michelle and Chanel both said Amanda.
Chanel was a G.
You were supposed to
say
Chanel,
you got my respect. You got my respect big time. You came through for both people. You're MVP. Mm-hmm. Your team, the rest of them, kick them out. Kick them out the alliance. Kick them out. They have a name, apparently. On Twitter, they said they have a name. I don't know the name. Please, if you know the name, put the name in the comments for their alliance.
Oh,
kick
it was like Secret Garden, I think.
Is that it?
But you know what? You reap what you sow. It's biblical. So I am expecting Tiffany and Michelle at some point to get their comeuppance. And hopefully Tiffany will get hers before Michelle.
And I will be like, bye-bye.
The worst, the bigger offense.
Bye. Yes.
So done with her right now. I'm so sorry. I am done with her.
And I'm like, does it make sense that I'm like extra annoyed because Josh got his way? And I'm just like, ugh. Like, why let him get his way? But anyway, Chanel, she was a real one. And I hate this for Desi. Like she said, she just poured her heart out. And y'all couldn't ride for her. Tiffany, you couldn't ride for her. This is your fault. Like, oh my gosh, I'm done. I'm so done. Okay. Yeah, let's get off because mad. So TJ only has one ball in his hand. So she's like, what are you saying?
Why are you starting right there? So anyways, we know that Tiffany had no backbone and they put up the votes for Desi and Louis. Mm-hmm. And then we see Desi telling her team, Wes and Amanda, I think, to vote for Cassidy and Chris. I think that's who they told them.
I think that's what Wes said, really. And they were like, yeah, okay. Really, I think that's what. And then
meanwhile, Desi was like, oh, we have other plans. Of course, I'm not going to share them with the U.S. because you haven't shared anything in this game with me. So she was like, we're trying to get Amanda because that's who I feel comfortable going against. Yeah. And I mean, who could fault her?
Yeah. And I do feel bad for Amanda because I like Amanda. So, but I understand that Amanda also is very dramatic and she does a lot of drama stuff.
I literally don't care. Yeah, like
I just
like
hope
Amanda.
She doesn't hold this against Desi because I really like Desi and I like Amanda and I don't want to see that.
They're playing this game. She has to go for who she can win against. Amanda needs to become a better competitor. Mm-hmm. And also, we all know they were trying to go against Vets. They wanted Amanda in originally. They wanted
to go against Vets and it's like Desi's
Amanda escaped it originally because they wouldn't put her in, Josh and them. So they were like, oh, so you thought she was going to escape it? Maybe not.
Yeah. Maybe not. And Desi's working with everybody else. Like the other girls, Alyssa S, Alyssa L, Cass, not Cass. Well, Cassie's her fellow Survivor person. So these other people, and Michaela, she's working with. Mm-hmm. So everybody else, she's not going to want to put in. So Amanda does make sense in every aspect of the game.
They're trying to go after the Vets.
They're trying to go after the Vets point blank.
She doesn't want to go against Tori because Tori's Tori.
Yeah.
But Amanda's Amanda, so.
Yeah. And she already talked about her struggling with confidence and stuff, so I understand why she wouldn't want to go against Tori. I think she could beat her, hopefully, prayerfully. But yeah, we understand. But so I think that's all that happened, really.
Yeah, Amanda got a whole bunch of votes put on her, and she was
9 votes, people.
Shocked. Yeah, Cassidy got 2, and
they were like, the math ain't math, and somebody, people on our team, like the entire team, or somebody voted me in. So it is what it is. It sucks.
But the guys' votes were kind of spread evenly, so we'll see who gets voted in for the guys. It's back on.
Ooh. So I'm shook. I'm shook. Like the game just changed already at the end of this episode, and it looks like it's going to change even more in the future. But we'll get to that. So we start this out, and are they?
TJ has the 2 balls.
Oh yeah, he has 2 balls.
We thought it was 1.
Thought it was 1.
But then all of a sudden there were 2.
There were 2. Yep. And he has the 2 names, and the odds actually won out this time, guys. Yeah. So odds do matter. And
Amanda went in.
Amanda and Chris. Which Chris, again, is coming out of the woodworks. Yeah. And from a nobody to, hello, welcome to the challenge, Chris.
And the fact that it was a physical elimination. He does have the weight on Lewis, so
in a big way,
it wasn't looking good for Lewis, especially with him having played
Why
football.
couldn't they have done this last week? I would have loved to have seen this between Polly and Bananas.
Yes.
That would have been everything.
And yes, I agree.
Oh my,
that would have been the elimination that we should have been able to see between the two of them.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Which Polly would have.
I think he would have. I really do think he would have.
1,000%.
And I would have had my popcorn ready. Oh, I would have lived for that.
Anyways,
so he has the evil eye hanging down, which it's a cool concept.
Which was literally just like pole wrestling.
Yeah, it's like, why did you have it hanging down if they weren't going to have to pull it off of the rope?
Yeah,
why not just, I don't know.
They started right here, which is literally just like pole wrestle.
Yeah. But they had an evil eye, which
I
do like the concept of it. It did sound a little bit cooler. So they've done this before, where I feel like it wasn't so fair because they literally, like, the two would flip and keep flipping each other until someone happened to flip and get outside of the circle. And it's like, but you just happened to be the one to flip outside of the circle. I don't know.
So anyway, it was more fair this time.
This was more fair. I do think they can make it more fair in the future, honestly. I feel like I want to see one person have one side of the circle they're trying to get to, the other person have another side they have to get to. And I do think that that'll be fair, more fair. But anyways, so they had to wrestle it away. It's
Chris won, fair. Obviously. I mean,
Lewis
could not overcome the weight.
Well, he did,
but Amanda put up a huge fight when it came to Desi.
She was like glued to that thing.
It's nice because she is a veteran, and she's probably played something similar. She's probably played a pole wrestler herself, So it was nice to see her stay in the fight for like a really great amount of time. And she was like, I'm going against the strongest girl in the house. So
they're giving her all the accolades.
Yeah, she was giving Desi the accolades, but she couldn't pull it out. But she was saying that she is rooting for Josh to win.
Yeah, which I was like, okay, I kind of like that her and Josh are still close. I'm not gonna lie, Josh gets on my nerves, but I like that Amanda has somebody who has her back. But yeah, so then Desi throws me for a loop.
Yeah, she shook us by joining the blue team.
I understand it on some level. I understand it. I get it. They did lose Lewis, which I hate that they lost Lewis. I really do.
She was on a sinking ship, and she was like, "Get me off the sinking ship."
I would have much rather Chris have gone home. Or really, I would have rather them not have voted in Chris to begin with, but voted in Bananas. But I feel like they fell for West being like, well, it was Chris. It was his idea. But it's like, okay, he had a great idea. Awesome. Gold star. Bananas is still the biggest threat on that team. Yeah. So, and he's a vet. So they should have voted in Bananas. But anyway, so Chris stays. We understand why Desi defected. But now that blue team is stacked. And they just got Alyssa S. Who I'm sorry, Alyssa S, but you're a lot smaller. I don't know if you're a Desi.
Proven herself very much just yet. So
I don't know if you're a Desi. So that team
she is with her guys, Monty and Tyler. So
red team is looking better than them at this point, in my opinion. And I feel like blue team is getting ready to steamroll everything. This was their chance. They need to get blue people out. I don't know why they were voting in their own people. They
got one more vet out though this week, so hopefully they can continue on that trajectory.
But the vets have a plan. It's about to be organized chaos, in the words of Tori.
I'm about to go, y'all, but I love you.
She's about to go. I'm about to go too. We're gonna close this out together. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on Thursday. What a great episode! Please catch up on the rest of our reaction videos.
Yes,
I promise you they're worth it, and we can't wait to see you next time.
We'll see what those vets have in store. God bless.
Like, comment, subscribe.